welcome to Arkansas Presbyterian Church in Odenton, Maryland. I'm Lilly Gray, your host on The Lobby, the weekly program on the life and ministry of the church. Today is the third Sunday after Pentecost, and we are sad to remember that it is the last day Pastor John and the rest of the Nelsons will be worshiping with us. We hope to see many of you at the celebration for the Nelsons after this service. Later on today's program, we will hear more about something Pastor John has been telling us about for several weeks now, the STAIR program. The person who runs the STAIR program is here with me today, and I know we are all curious to hear about what this is. But first, here's what's going on in the coming weeks at Arkansas. The nursery is open again, run by caregiver Kara Moody. Carol welcomes all little ones during the 9 and 10:30 services and would like to have an older youth as a helper. This counts as service hours. Please sign up at the link below. Godly Play has been really fun this year, and it's been great to be learning these Bible stories in person again. Today, we will celebrate the end of Godly Play for the summer. This means we'll start using the Holy Moly curriculum for summer Sunday school in July and August for rising kindergarten through grade 5 students. Adult leaders and helpers are needed for this program. Please contact Sarah Fox for more information. Even 1 week will make a difference. A full curriculum will be provided. Save the dates of July 18th through 22nd for Vacation Bible School, or VBS, from 6 to 8 p.m. every night. Children from pre-K to grade 5 are invited to learn that there are many opportunities and ways to live as peacemakers. Passport to Peace invites children to see every person as a part of God's family and every interaction as an opportunity for peacemaking. See the latest archive to sign up. High school, middle school, and adults who wish to volunteer, please contact Sarah Fox. I can't wait for VBS! And now, let's talk about STAIR with Joann Mattson. Mrs. Mattson is the Executive Director of STAIR. Welcome back to the lobby.
Thank you, Lily. I'm happy to be back at the lobby, in the lobby.
As I said earlier, Arkansas has been announcing that STAIR is looking for volunteers for a program at Van Bachlen. What is this program?
Well, STAIR is a program. We're actually looking for volunteers for 2 schools around here, Van Bachlen and Severn. I don't know if that's nearby for some of your folks. But STAIR is a program that helps second graders who are reading below grade level. And we help them reach grade level by the end of 2nd grade, so they're able to enter 3rd grade knowing what they need to know to learn the things that they're going to learn in 3rd grade. So what a volunteer does is a volunteer works as a tutor and works one-on-one with a kid like you over the course of a year. And our volunteers love what they do. Our kids love also interacting with STAIR, and we have really great results. Our children that are involved with the STAIR program are identified by their reading specialists and their teachers as students who could use some extra help with reading. And our students improve an average of 4 to 7 levels in their reading skills by the end of the year.
Wow, that's really cool. If someone wanted to volunteer, what would they have to do?
Well, volunteering is very easy. If you go to our website, www.stairannapolis.org, you'll see a lot about volunteering. And there's an online volunteer form that you fill out. And then our volunteer director, Milena Ruland, will get a hold of you. And you can have a conversation with her. We've got some trainings coming up. We just finished one this past week. We've got some trainings coming up in July and August. And we're also willing to work one-on-one with you. So we really need volunteers. We can't do our program without them. So glad to have this opportunity to talk about STAIR. Instead of telling you, why don't I show you a little bit about what we do at STAIR? You think you could pretend to be a 2nd grader?
Sure.
Really? All right, so Lily, what we're going to do today is I'm going to pretend that I'm your tutor, Miss Joann, and this is our 2nd time meeting at STAIR. So Lily, we have your little packet with your sight words. Remember we did this last week. We got some sight words that we can go over later. And we have your student folder that you filled out last week. And that was our first time to meet together. And I got to learn about you a little bit. You got to tell me about you, how old you are, what your favorite book is. And remind me, what is your favorite book?
I like Dogman books, all of
Oh, yes, Dogman books are awesome. And do you have a pet?
them. No.
No. Would you like a pet?
Yeah.
You want me to talk to your mother?
We're not actually allowed to have one though.
Oh, okay, well, maybe someday you can. So it was great to learn a little bit about you last week. And then we also wrote down some of the books that you've been reading. And yesterday, I mean, last time we met, you got to read a couple of books that we wrote down. So that was awesome. And one of the first things we do, as you remember from last week, is we write down our agenda of what we're going to do for the day. And the first thing you wanted to do was read some stories together. In this book, very short stories for young readers, which is super fun. So let's read the story of the big cat that you picked. Now, do you want to read the purple words, the red words, or the blue words?
Purple.
Okay, if you read the purple, I'll read the red, and let's read the blue ones together. Okay.
Okay. Oh my, I spy a great big cat.
A great big cat? I don't like that.
Run, mice, run.
Stay, cat, stay.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. The mice have got away. We read that together.
Oh.
In our real tutoring session, we will read that whole story. But today, for the sake of our friends who are watching about STAIR, I'm going to let that go for now. And I'm going to also go over with you again this great dictionary that we use at STAIR and that you're going to get to take home at the end of the year. So here's all these wonderful books. And if I was going to ask you if you could look up the word cat, do you know how to do that? What's the first thing that you do when you look up the word cat? Oh, and what letter does cat begin with?
C.
Yeah, very good.
Let's see.
Yes. There it is. Good job. You looked up the word cat. So we can use this dictionary throughout our time together and also play some games and do some other things with it. For the rest of our time, what we're going to do is have you write in your writing journal. Is there something you'd like to write about today, do you think? Well, we could find something fun to write and you could make a little picture. And maybe we read this short story and ask you some questions to see how you comprehended, that is, how much you understood about the story that you read. These are all skills that we work on. We'd also do a little bit of a lesson, and I would read you some letters and see if you could write down the first letter of each word. So we're learning that, and maybe some of the vowel sounds, the short and long vowel sounds. It's all very easy for a tutor to do because it's all laid out here in a very organized way. And then we'll play a game together. Okay. And then our time would be up.
Sounds exciting.
It is really fun. Yeah. So it's really fun. It's fun to work with you. And I hope you had a good time at our STAIR session today.
I hope any adult who is interested now understands more about what being a STAIR tutor will be like. How much time would they need to spend on tutoring?
Well, our time with the children is about an hour. Our training session is really short. It's really about an hour, and then we do a review right before we start in the fall. We always need tutors. We always need substitutes, so you can join mid-year. That's fine too. But everything is, as you can see, is very well organized, and you can just come on the spot. And sometimes, we need substitutes, and their tutors take very careful notes. So I think it's really easy and fun. And then any time that you spend with the children one-on-one is helpful and builds up their confidence and self-esteem.
Is there anything else you want us to know about STAIR?
I want to thank Ark and Dove for inviting me here today. I am so grateful, and I'm so grateful for you promoting the work of STAIR. Functional literacy is so important in our country and with our children and with our adults. I want to say one thing that is a statistic that's really kind of shocking, but from my background, I used to be the executive director at the Lighthouse. I can see that this is true, that the fact that people can't read really affects their ability to move on in life successfully. And 70% of people who are incarcerated in the United States are reading at a 4th grade level or below. So we know that catching kids early before 3rd grade and helping them learn to read affects their whole life in a positive way. So thank you so much for talking with me today and for considering volunteering with STAIR.
Thank you so much for coming on the lobby, in our actual lobby. It was fun getting tutored by you, and I hope a bunch of you out there decide to tutor real 2nd graders. I hope you all have a good week, and the live stream begins now.